Hey guys, welcome to Imagine with IlluminArt. My name is Cara and I am a teaching artist with IlluminArt Productions. Doing some poetry. I'll teach you guys a little stuff, but before we get into that, we're going to do some breathing exercises, a little bit of movement activity, just, to get a little loose and warm up our body and to learn how to focus. I feel like it's important to start with a little warm up, like a breathing exercise. We've been cooped up, in our houses, so it's good to get up, get moving, get the blood flowing. And personally, I like to do the little breathing exercise because it kind of clears my head before I create something. So hopefully that'll help for you guys. And then we'll start creating some stuff. So let's stand on our feet. Make sure your feet are right below your hips. Toes are pointed forward. Bend your knees a little and bounce around. If you've been sitting all day, it's actually good to get the blood and the joints moving. So next we're going to take our arms and swoop them up above our heads. Take a deep breath in when you do this. Now pretend you're reaching for the stars, or if you're outside, reach for the clouds. Reach, reach, reach. Now on an exhale, drop just your hands and dangle your wrists. Breathe in really deep. On another exhale, drop the forearms. Breathe in again. On this last exhale, drop your arms and squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze, squeeze, relax your shoulders. Now roll your head around to stretch out any tension. You can roll it around in a circle. Great. Good job, everyone. So let's try and do this one more time, okay? So swoop up. Take a deep breath in, reach for the stars or the clouds, reach. And now I want you to take a deep breath in, and on exhale, drop your wrists. Breathe in again, drop your forearms. Breathe in again, drop your arms, shoulders to your ears, squeeze and drop. Now roll your head and again stretch out any of that tension that you need to stretch out. So next we're going to do the roll down. Now keep in mind that when we roll down, we're going to lead with our head. So let's go as slowly as possible. You want to feel every part of your spine unwind. And when we get to the bottom, let's just hang out there. Sway around a little bit. Feel the stretch in your spine. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Make sure your neck is loose. The area where you're feeling the stretch right now in your lower back, in theater, that's where a lot of your breath goes, right? So try and direct your breath to go into that space. Everyone take a deep breath in and remember that space in your lower back. Feel it inflate with every inhale. Now let out a big sigh and exhale. All right, breathe in one more time. Big inhale, feel it inflate and exhale. All right, now let's roll back up. This time the head is the last thing to go up. So build your spine while we build it back up. Great. Make sure you're relaxed. Good job, you guys. Now remember, as actors, we need to learn how to not only breathe with this area, but actually breathe within all the spaces we were given. So the exercises that we've been doing are helping with that. We have space here to breathe into, we have space in our lower back to breathe into, so let's try and fill those spaces with as much breath as we can. Okay, you guys, so take your right arm and stretch it to the right. Feel a little stretch in your ribs. You can look up at your right hand for some balance. While you're here, I want you guys to breathe into your ribs. Feel it expand. So take a deep breath in and exhale. Now on your left side, do the same thing. Look up at your left hand for balance. Breathe in, feel your ribs expand. Take a couple of more breaths. Feel the stretch. Alright, great job, you guys. So let's take neutral position and take a deep breath in. Be mindful of filling our entire core with breath. This is super important to practice because our breath allows us to project into the audience. Remember, guys, breath is volume. Okay, so now that we're a little more grounded and a little more focused, we're gonna get to the writing portion. Personally, I like to write in a journal. Okay, I keep this on the side of my bed, and whenever I'm feeling a little more creative than usual, I write some stuff down. And I mean, I don't know what you guys have at home, if you have a collection of journals like mine, or a folder of papers, even an old shoebox. Like, just make it yours and make it fun, and that'll be your little creative go-to. Okay, so here we have a pretty easy poem pattern. Twinkle, twinkle, little star has an AABBAA pattern. When a line is labeled with the same letter as another line, it means that the last word in both those lines will rhyme. So, the first two lines, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are, star and are rhyme, which is why they are blue. Next, up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky, high and sky rhyme with each other. They don't rhyme with the A labeled lines, which is why they are pink. Lastly, we repeat the same pattern of AA rhyming. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Again, star and R rhyme with each other in the first two lines, which is why they are also blue. So this next one is a little more challenging. This is an ABCCB pattern. The first line, I have two cats that like to sleep, doesn't have a color because it doesn't rhyme with any of the other lines. You'll see that the second line and the last line are both labeled B and are both blue because they rhyme. Then you'll notice that the lines labeled C are in pink because they rhyme with each other. So let's read this one together. I have two cats that like to sleep, they love to eat and play, they love their toys, they make a lot of noise, I miss them when I haven't seen them all day. There's many different rhyming patterns to use, but these are the ones that we'll be learning about today. I also want to tell you guys about free verse poetry. Free verse is a type of poetry with no rhythm or rhyme. It's similar to the way we speak. I'll be writing a free verse poem later on in the video so you guys can understand how it flows. Now that you guys are total pros at poetry, I'm gonna give you guys a little prompt. I'm just gonna suggest something to kind of get your brains going, to inspire you to write something. Keep in mind the things that we just discussed, the different type of pattern schemes, whether it's rhyming or whether it's free prose or free verse poetry. I want you guys to think about your favorite memory, kind of like a memory that's getting you through this tough time, this weird transition, okay? You miss all your friends, right? Maybe you miss school, maybe you miss your favorite teacher. I want you guys to also think about your senses, right? So is there a certain smell from this memory that makes you happy? Like, my favorite smell is the smell of coffee, and I miss going to the coffee shop to get myself a cup of coffee. Is there a sound that you remember? Like, maybe you love going to the beach and you miss the sound of the waves or the seagulls in the sky. So I want all of these things to inspire you guys. I want you guys to be able to take everything that's in here and put it onto paper. I feel like it's a good way to get out of your head and get all the thoughts out. It kind of like lifts a weight off your shoulders, right? It's also a nice way to reflect. Plus, poetry is so much fun. So I'm gonna play some music. I'm gonna write with you guys. You can still watch the video while I write. And then when I'm all done, I will read what I've made to you guys. Okie dokie, cool. So hopefully everyone finished up. If not, that is totally okay. You can continue writing after watching this. I just wanted to be able to read you guys what I wrote. So I did 2 types of poems. I did a rhyming scheme, and I did a free verse poem with no rhyming at all. All right, here we go. The blue sky reminds me of summer and warm nights with my friends. I miss their smiles. I haven't seen them in a while. I just can't wait until all of this ends. Now this next one is the free verse. Okay. Walking makes me happy. I walk and walk and walk. The smell of coffee interrupts my thoughts. My favorite smell. Like burnt chocolate, but better. Familiar faces greet me. They give me my familiar drink. We exchange some words. There is laughter. There are people. And the world feels warm. So I encourage you guys to keep writing and try and get all those thoughts onto paper. It's a really good and positive outlet, and hopefully we can share what we've been writing with each other. Once you're done with your writing, you can use the hashtag ImagineWithIlluminArt so that we can see what you guys have been creating. And don't forget to tag us too at ImagineWithIlluminArt Productions. If you're too shy to post, that is totally fine, I understand. You can DM us privately on Instagram and Facebook. We are also super excited to see what you guys have been writing and to see how talented you guys are. So just make sure you keep up with us. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Remember to ground yourselves and just breathe. Grounding, focusing, it's going to be really helpful, I promise. Check out IlluminArt's other YouTube videos on this channel. Like them, subscribe them, share to your friends, share to your family. Alright, so this is goodbye, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!